Alright, so Riddles in the Dark is a fairly, how do I put this? Convoluted stage that has a lot of, involvement and a lot in regards to the order that you have to do quests in. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and get through just the beginning of the stage, just so I can kind of explain things a little bit better. Beginning of the stage, obviously, is just like you would in any percent. You can do the web skip if you would like, but I wouldn't recommend it, especially since the web skip is a really, really annoying skip that only ends up saving like 10 seconds. There is a small time save that you can do right here, where there's a couple things that I should probably mention about Bilbo's dialogue. When Bilbo is talking, there's a number of quirks that happen. We've already observed earlier in Roast Mutton, we observed the effect where Bilbo talking going into a cutscene causes him to be able to walk around during the cutscene, but there is one more quirk, and that is, if Bilbo is talking, he cannot take normal fall damage. If you jump attack, he still can take fall damage, but if you're just, say, long jumping into Bilbo talking, he can't take damage from that. So I can use that there to make it all the way down that area without actually taking any damage, as long as I don't jump attack on that fall, of course. If you jump attack, you pretty much will die, and if you don't die, you'll lose almost all your health. That's just a little bit of a time saver that I found quite a while back. Again, it doesn't save that much time, but it is just nice to pull off. Now this is where the stage is going to get a bit convoluted. So if you've played the game before, you'll likely know that what you're supposed to do is you are supposed to get an item called the Wartstone. And in order to get the Wartstone, you're supposed to have to go through all of these quests where you fix all of these lifts and such. We're going to be doing all of that, but we're going to be doing it out of order, and we're going to be doing it in the fastest way possible. We're going to go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to collect the lever for the last lift. So we're going to just long jump and jump attack down here like we would in any percent. And we're actually going to clip through this wall just like we would in any percent. But unlike in any percent, we're actually going to be long jumping over here to the right. We're going to grab this lever, and once I grab the lever, I'm actually going to be abusing a little bit that glitch that I explored earlier, where when you fall you can't take damage if Bilbo is talking. We can use that to just kind of walk off the ledge to not take any damage. We're going to go around this corner now, go down here, and hit this lever right here. And we are going to go ahead and, once we've hit that lever, just do a long jump across here. I'm going to put the lever into this machine, and now instead of climbing the ladder, I'm actually going to climb up here onto this little ledge. Not only does that get me up a little bit faster, but I can grab some extra coins that way. Now, if you've seen glitchless runs, you probably know that you can jump over here, and you can just jump right over here to get to the Wartstone. We're not actually going to be doing that because, I'll explain it a little bit later, but because of the order that events are required to happen in, or the order that things are supposed to happen in, we're actually not able to do that. But we're going to go ahead and head up here. We're going to be throwing a rock at this barrel right here, which didn't kill the goblin this time. I don't need to kill him, but I'm going to go ahead and kill him just for fun, because I'm not actually doing a speedrun right now. But basically, the Wartstone has a flag that it sets, where the Wartstone causes you to, or causes the goblin at the gate to give you a certain dialogue where he takes the Wartstone from you. But collecting this key and putting it into this lock right here causes a different flag to be set, where the guard will tell you a different thing. So if you collect the Wartstone and then come back and fix this machine before giving the Wartstone to the guard, it actually ends up losing quite a bit of time because you're not able to give the Wartstone to the guard. And if you collect the Wartstone and then give it to the guard and then come back and do all of these quests, that loses a significant amount of time as well compared to doing this. Luckily, there is another way where we can still get the Wartstone early. I'm going to go ahead and activate that lift, grab this chest over here, and then just ride up the lift the way I'm supposed to. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing an interesting trick where I'm going to be setting my clip warp up here on this ledge right here. And now I'm going to be venturing on. I'm going to be heading into this room and grabbing this key. I'm going to go ahead and kill this goblin just for my own safety, to make it just a little bit easier for me. There is a save pedestal right here, but I don't really want to save because it'll lose me time. I'm going to go ahead and take the health potion and grab this extra one that's right over here. Basically, as you can see, if we look off into the distance here, over there is a little ledge with a box on it, and if I back up a little bit more, you can actually see that that happens to be the exact area where the Wartstone is. Fortunately, that area is actually reachable with long jump and jump attack distance from here. So if we do a long jump and jump attack from right here, from this corner, we can actually reach the ledge just fine and still get the Wartstone early. And by doing that, we're going to collect the Wartstone early, but we're never actually going to activate that flag that disables us from giving the Wartstone to the guard. Now we just need to find a way to get back up to where we were earlier. Luckily, there's actually a clip warp spot right here on this ledge, so you can just kind of slide off like this and do a little drop off and jump attack right there to get stuck. As you can see, just like that. It ends up being pretty nice because we can just warp all the way back here. Now, if you're a little bit unconfident with that, you always can save right here. And then if you die, you'll just end up right back here. The major time loss from that is not actually the dying, or part of the time loss from that is not just completely dying and reloading, but it's the fact that your clip warp will be set somewhere over here rather than all the way over there, because if you manage to keep your clip warp over here like I just did, you can actually just walk right over and put the key into the slot.
Hope the goblins don't mind me starting all their
just like that. So now we're going to ride this lift across, and we're going to play out the last little bit of the level mostly as intended. There are going to be a few extra coins that I'm going to grab right here, and they're both the easiest and hardest to collect in the run because it literally just requires throwing a rock at a box. There's only 5 coins I'm going to be collecting here, which is going to bring me to exactly 80 coins, of course. There is one little time save right here where you can boost up this wall. If you can't pull that off, you can just head over here and climb the ladder, but I always like going, at least attempting that boost. These goblins right here can be really annoying because at this low of health, just like that, they can kill you pretty easily. So obviously, if you're super low on health, I would generally recommend taking a health potion or something, but as you can see, I'm incredibly stupid and I don't take my own advice. But once we've got that, we obviously just head over here, put the key in here. And instead of riding this lift, we're actually going to be doing a long jump down here. Now this part is a little bit important because if we long jump at the right angle, like if we just long jump straight toward the barrel out here, we'll actually hit a trigger for a death floor, which will cause us to die, like that. Not sure why it's located there, but you can see him. He kind of just falls straight through the ground there, instead of landing where he should land. So, in order to avoid that happening, you generally want to long jump at, like, this angle right here, do a jump attack to hit the wall, and then head over here and grab the barrel. And now that we've done that, we've done the entire bridge quest here. We did hit the other half of it earlier when we hit this barrel with the rock. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head down to this goblin guard, and this is going to be the time that we're going to give him the Wartstone. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to him, give that to him, avoid his attack here, and just climb up here. This part can be a little bit annoying to navigate because of just the way the ledges are located. But we're going to be heading up here, and the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be rescuing Balfour from these goblins that want to kill him. The easiest and most efficient way I found to do this is to not go all the way behind those, because for some reason the goblin can see you through the crack in those. But once you trigger that, you wait for that goblin to pass. You head over here straight to him. And now we're going to hide behind these, and we're just going to wait for this guy over here to move to a convenient position. Just like that. And like I said, when you're over here, when you're first entering the area, for some reason, the goblin that's out here can see you, like, for example, right here, because he can see through this little crack in the boxes. So I generally hide back here a little ways, wait for him to pass by, like, right here. Wait for him to pass that crack and then start heading around. But anyway, once we're done with that, once we've rescued the goblin, all we want to do now is just head on outside. Or continue on with the level, I should say. We're going to be climbing up these ledges, which, if you've run any percent, you probably recognize this area, because this is the exact area that we clip straight to in any percent. The rest of the level is pretty much going to be exactly just like any percent. Where we're just going to pass these goblins and ride the minecart all the way to the end of the level. We're going to hit each of the switches. Just like that. And now the level is almost done. I'm going to go ahead and save just because I am going to record the rest of this tutorial probably tomorrow instead of today. But as you can see, I'm ending the level with exactly 80 coins. If you want to, you can buy an extra key going out of this level, but I still have 2 of them. I'd rather just buy the rest of the keys I need after flies and spiders instead. But we're just going to head straight to the end of the level just like we would in any other level. I'll go ahead and just prove that I've done all the quests just by showing it off here. As you can see, 18 quests. We're just going to go ahead and finish the level. And like I said, I will be recording the rest of the tutorial another day. So, I'll see you guys then.